Let's finish off the show with the guy who made me do a show today. That's Eli. Innuendo. In your window. Eli, we love you. We hold you in strong lights. We send you high vibrations of strength and comforting and understanding and happy memories and just all the love that you can muster up. We send you cyber hugs. We send you warm, fuzzy feelings. How are you?
Can you hear me well?
Always.
Okay. I always have to do a mic check before I speak. Day by day, I'm taking this process day by day. It was very interesting. This whole situation is very interesting. Not to take away from anybody else's pain, because we all every single day is super crazy what everybody deals with, which is why I tell people never mistreat people because you never know what they're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might be a cashier ringing up someone, they might mistreat me, but I'm not going to mistreat them back just because I'm going through something. As you guys know, I had lost my mom Wednesday, at 2:01 p.m. This past Wednesday. Very very crazy, and I never put hatred onto people and bad energy and stuff. I always stay positive because you never know what somebody's going through. And if I don't speak it out, no one would have known my mom had passed. And that's not to say that opens the door for people to be rude and disrespectful to you. So I really want to take this time. First of all, I want to send peace and love to everybody else who's watching, going through stuff, whatever the case is, because it's always something going on. Um, Secondly, I've had passings in the past and they've been interesting. They hit you different times, different days. Sometimes you look and it's like, dang, and it's not to say I didn't feel anything some days and stuff, whatever. It's just sometimes you deal with grief differently. But my mom, I don't know. And even to the extent that I thought I was going to be at, I'm not even as distraught as I thought I was, which means she raised me to be really strong because she stayed strong to the end. She stayed strong to the end, to the very end, pushing. And you never realize how sick somebody is too, for real. Like I only knew a portion of it. And I'm thinking she's getting back on her feet. She was a diabetic and had her leg amputated,
Mm-hmm.
and she's getting her prosthetic foot and everything. I'm seeing her walking happy, like everything's about to be good. It wasn't even that many hospital visits aside from like a couple that they were just checking, getting the fluid out of her leg. And I'm like, okay, okay. But then you start to hear more and more hospital visits and you start to get a little concerned. I'm like, I don't, it just, it started to become a thing and I didn't want to unravel myself. So, but I'm glad that I actually went to the hospital and didn't get the call because that I don't know, it would have just hit me differently. I was there for my mom, make sure she was okay. Towards the end, she had liver and kidney problems and some blood clots forming into her body too. So it was a lot more underlying stuff that was messing her up. That it was hard for them to fix, and they said it was more so of whatever they would have did just would have kind of kept her just prolonging the inevitable. And
Mm.
the family all just agreed just to take the cords or whatever was pumping her up with all that medicine, just let her just be able to breathe easily and stuff like that. And like 10 minutes afterwards, maybe about 10 minutes afterwards is when we heard the thing go off. And it was crazy. I spoke a couple stuff, just making sure she was okay. I know she was somewhat losing her memory here and there. Her vision was hard for her to see, and especially in that moment, it's hard to see a loved one in that much pain, dealing with so much stuff. And I sit there, and I'm looking at my mom, and I'm like, I don't know what to say besides talk to her. I'm looking at my mom, I'm like, it's just weird, but I don't know. I tell people this all the time. It was a strange feeling I got on the drive there. I literally, for no reason at all, was listening to my music, and this was supposed to just be checking on my mom. I know stuff was going on for her anyway, so I was just prepared for just to be prepared. And for some reason, I started crying. It was like something was telling me
Mm.
today something's about to happen. And I'm so in
Mm.
touch with the universe. I got that from my mom. I'm so in touch with the universe. I didn't even know that was good. I didn't really know what was to be expected in that day of all days. I've never cried like that before, even being there and seeing the whole process of what's wrong and what's going on. Like, I know she has some on and off stuff going on, and she had lost a lot of weight because they couldn't really feed her because of the bacteria. It was a lot of different stuff, but I never cried before getting there for anybody before, and something just was telling me like today something's happening. I really felt so uncomfortable driving up there. It was so weird, and I'm sitting there thinking like, what in the heck? And I get there, and all the family's just there, and shout out all my family, man. I can't even compare my sadness to anybody else's because we all are grieving differently. She was a mother, she was somebody's daughter, a sister. That kind of stuff hits hard, but I don't know. It's just weird because I never thought I never thought that I would lose my mom, you know. That was like it was like my it was like my favorite person, you know. I loved her, you know. Every time I have a bad day, talk about she had my back. If I'm beefing with some girl who did something to me, she's beefing with them. Oh, that girl, whatever. Okay, I'm beefing with her too. So now she knows I'm not cool with that person no more. Then I got to remind her when I'm cool with the person. Oh, oops, I meant to tell you we're not beefing with her no more. So I be forgetting sometimes. I've had her. I think the one time I was chilling with somebody I was supposed to be beefing with, and she didn't know I was there with that person. She was starting about to start talking, and I was like, "Oh, oops, I meant to tell you." Like, oh, shoot, I'm sorry. I my mom about to. Right. My bad, because she just out there. You still chilling with blank, 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 but she said it like a way where you could tell she didn't like that person, like fat such right. Such, whatever she said. I'm like, oh, oops, shoot. I meant to tell you we cool now. My bad. So, but my mom, I love my mom, and I know it's so much just watching her. Just it literally is because first of all, and my little brother, he's very, very strong to have been living with my mom this whole time and seeing her slowly transform from what she once was to who she ended up becoming. Me visiting alone, I started seeing the stuff, and it's really heartbreaking because like parents are going to be like, when you get to a certain age, they're going to be stuck in their ways. They're going to, I'm the adult, I do it, whatever. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm trying to do the best I can to make sure you don't completely just disregard what's important to you, your health and everything like that. My middle brother, who's big in health, he's trying to, I know you don't have enough time to say a couple more things, I'm sorry, but my little brother, he's good in health and everything like that, exercise. He's trying to get her to be strong, you know, and it's like she's not listening, but it's like I get that's how people be sometimes, and it's just it gets to a point where I'm learning. I keep telling people this, but I'm trying to not put blame on myself for stuff, because that's the worst thing you can do. And also the what ifs, and what if I did this, what if I talked to him, or what if I answered this call, that call, all this stuff. It's just it's hard. It's real hard. But I don't know. I really couldn't imagine losing my mom, and especially when she used to be overweight and bigger. She lost all that weight. So I'm thinking it's just like a weird balance. She's trying to get to where she needs to be. So she's like bouncing back and forth, but she's not gaining a bunch of weight no more. So that was a good sign, I was thinking. But I don't know. It just I didn't expect all this, and this literally almost happened for a whole year. This literally almost went. It started sometime last year, of her health slowly deteriorating, and I'm glad she made it to the new year. But I got a birthday coming up. Who's gonna say? I got family's gonna say happy birthday. You know, I still got clips of her singing happy birthday to me. Her birthday is in April. She was 51 years old. That is it's saddening, and she's young. Like I'm thinking 40 more years, but I have to just stay positive. It's just things that give me sometimes just talking about it and looking at pictures and stuff, but I can't help it. She's on my phone. Like I got her on my phone. I don't even probably, it's hard to see. It's a little.
It looks like the filter that's in your background. But Z-Dog said, Eli, your mama was beautiful. You look just like her with a hint of The Rock.
Oh, I do have a filter in my background. That's what's the background.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to see it, but it's on most majority of my pages and stuff or whatever, so people can see it. But my mom was definitely my rock. And contrary to what my middle brother believes, I think she was my twin. Even though they say I look like my dad, but I love my mom. I just take this time to say, Mom, I love you. And I know you're out there singing and dancing and having a wonderful time, and you're watching over me, watching over everybody. Just I know you're just watching us and protecting us. And I'm gonna be strong and keep moving forward and show to you the kind of man that you raised and do what I need to do out in this world, just and do for myself, but definitely do for you. My mom was everything, man, and it hits everybody differently, but I I don't know, it's crazy. I wasn't prepared. I want to say I was prepared for it, but when it happens, you can't really
You
be
can
like,
never prepare for that. It's not possible.
I couldn't mentally prepare myself for that, even though I kind of had an idea. I didn't know when it was going to happen, but her health was just getting to me, and it was starting to get a little like irritated. I'm like, I don't want nothing to happen to my mom. And I keep hearing she's in the hospital now, and I'm like, what is going on? So it's
So
but
Eli,
shout out my mom.
so she passed last Wednesday, so it hasn't even been a week. So it was on the 21st,
Yes.
February 21st. So the funeral hasn't happened yet, correct?
No, it hasn't happened yet.
So make sure you edit a video montage for the funeral services to be played during the service, okay? Not just a service where everybody talks and you have a pastor preach. You make a video tribute of you saying what you said. You could pull a clip from this. You pull the videos of her, doing funny things. You put pictures of her growing up in it. You put some music behind it, change a song 4 or 5 times. You make sure you have a video tribute so everybody can see how amazing she was and is, and that memory will live on. You can use that video and play it back whenever you want, but you do that because you know how to edit and you've collected footage and you can find old pictures, get the relatives to send you stuff now. Make a video, make sure it's less than, 9 minutes. It doesn't have to be long. Speed the pictures up to 3 seconds or whatever, but make a video tribute for your mother and know that she's in heaven, wherever in the afterlife, eating all her favorite foods. She don't got to worry about diabetes no more. She ain't got to worry about high blood pressure or what can happen to her liver. She eating and drinking everything she want to drink and eat right now. So she's happy, and you're going to be a star and make her proud. That's your job.
Thank you.
We love you. I'm sorry you went through that. We all have been through it. Put it on an SD card and keep it close to her picture. Yes. All right, I got to get out here. And I don't know what Team Ream is because I know you're Team Ream, but you're going through mourning, so you spelled Team Ream in your under your name.
I was in a hurry. I was not. My bad. But
you're Team Ream, which is REEN. But I love you, Eli, and I did this show for you today. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
Peace. Oh.